If there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. And if there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. And if there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. A Zen proverb. Oh dear, humanity is in trouble if harmony in the house is needed for peace in the world. Harmony is difficult to achieve. Balance is off when people get hurt and are broken, which is a reality in a home. People who hurt people. And in this world, who does not hurt? If peace in the world is contingent on beauty and light, what shall we make of a world with ugliness and shadow? With this in the mix, what bread for humanity will we make? What if a child is raised in a home where there is no discernible beauty in residence, and there is terror in the house? Generations continue to proceed as they have from the beginning, with helpful good, aside human error and terror. People in our extended family lines experienced terror, and not all of it was elicited by an encounter with a bear. Poetry from Lois Hunt, a local gal, decorated poet, and we claim her as one of our own. Memory comes back, moving in a car, lights glowing far off, moving through the night. Lights recede and appear and recede. An endless mobile highway. Dreams are traveling from people who are home to me, and I'm not even looking for one. I am in that night again. It is dark and mysterious. The glow of the dashboard lights my mother's face as we move again and move again and move again. The lights on the highway, the lights in other people's homes are more real than my own and more constant than my own. I remember my mother's face in the eerie light more clearly than any other way. The memory comes back as I look through the window of a car to the half-light of evening. I see what my children see. I see what I saw so long ago, an impotent, half-understood vision of the same piece of infinite highway flashing by a car that is standing still. The treadmill of time is so easily distorted when you drive thousands of miles at night. The curve of the earth and its rotation are intuitively understood, lying cramped in a car, taking you from something half-known to something unknown. I thought I could avoid that confusion with my children. I thought I could explain it and they would never know, would never feel that silent terror that has no rules. It is not possible. It is the memory, the very same memory, the ancient memory that haunts the dreams of a child in the caves who awakened at night and saw his people talking quietly around a fire. The same eerie light cast their faces, hooded their eyes, and the same silent terror kept him quiet too. From other people's dreams and the fiction of throwing things away. Lois Hunt. Who would ever parent, pass on their genes and their history if they knew there was a chance that a chain of trauma or malaise or worse would carry down far beyond to generations they never knew? Only the clueless would do it. Brave or clueless in our youth with no lens other than that, focused on the moment, quite unfocused on the future or the past, we might think we can ourselves conquer nature and our dark shadows, our self-preserving ways. We thought, like Thucydides, the bravest are surely those who have the clearest vision of what is before them, glory and danger alike, and yet notwithstanding go out to meet it. End quote. Brave? No. He was not brave. He only thought he would do it differently than his parents. Or he turned a blind eye. If he admitted it, he had. He had a glimmer that he might pass down a few things unintentionally. Indeed, every parent and uncle and grandpa knows the truth. They missed the mark. And when they came to see it, they resigned themselves to a lesser ideal. Will there be peace in the world? Beauty, light, and harmony can go out the door pretty quickly when trouble is knocking at the door. Thank God we were not left to our own devices. The Son of Man, delivered over to the hands of sinners, for sinners, was crucified with all the ugliness of humanity on his shoulders, and on the third day, raised again. Eventually, the disciples came to a better realization that it was God's intention to bless them beyond their previous understandings. to use them to bless others beyond their social concentric circles, to create a new family of holy ones, made holy by love. Not removed from the painful world, but one very much in it. They began to see that Jesus was with them in spirit as they faced trials. And in this, not only did their faith increase, but they began to carry joy even in trial. A Carmelite priest, Jim Lawrence, wrote, "If we know that God cares about us, then we can face any other storm in life." End quote. Can this not bring us courage? Yes, and more love than we can contain. It enters the landscape and it changes everything. And reading from Lois Hunt's poetry in her reflections about being a mother, watching her children grow. I see them now, laughing as you used to laugh, before the force of the hard time weighed us both down. I see your smile in theirs, and am young again as I gaze at them. They look like flowers to me, bobbing in the sun, their heads dipping down to come up laughing. And adding a line from the same poem, flowers in a seemingly endless field. God did not leave the field of life for evil to plunder, but planted seed in a scorched but now fertile field. God did not leave the planting, but divested of body, soul, and place, and nurtured the field. Generations of those named and claimed and drawn together to be a lovely fragrance for the hurting world. Love sees it, and gratitude spreads it. Gratitude acknowledges the whole of the story. Gratitude unlocks life. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life, says Melody Beattie. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer says, gratitude changes the pangs of memory into a tranquil joy. And then we add Dr. Kenneth Howell's quote, gratitude brings light to the soul because it shines a light on our sense of interconnectedness with one another. It immediately awakens us to what we receive from each other. This extends beyond our immediate connections with people we know personally to include a wide array of people who contribute. What we pass down, when we pass down faith gifted from a holy source, this is what creates peace.